I'm Mark Greubel. I'm the head coach for Waco Team USA Kickboxing, and I've trained multiple world champions.
I'm Sergio Cunha, mixed martial arts coach. I coached 14 UFC world champions and 5 UFC Hall of Famers.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here with another fresh episode of the Double Jab Podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Sergio Cunha, and we have today Troy Trouble Jones. Troy is highly touted as one of the best strikers in America right now. He has fought in the Pan Ams. He's fought in IFMA World Championships. He's been on the Glory circuits. He is an amazing, amazing kickboxer and Muay Thai specialist. Please welcome my friend, guys, Troy Jones Jr.
What's going on, everybody?
Who you got there, Troy?
Give my wife, my daughter.
That's cute. How long ago did you guys have the baby?
She's a year old now. She just turned a year, like at the beginning of April.
Right on, right on. So obviously you're living the daddy life now. Has that been a hard transition to go from being without a baby to having a baby and still finding time to train and cuddle with your child?
I can't even lie. It took a little bit of an adjustment period, but I had a fight right before we had her. So I had a fight right before we had her, which was like in February. Then we had her in April. So then I was able to take probably like a month or two break just to like get acclimated to like having a baby and like sleep schedule and trying to figure out working out like my training schedule and all that. So it took a little bit, but now it's like clockwork. We got a system down, so good.
Did your baby sleep through the night?
No, she's still
Don't worry. Don't worry. Get to worse when they become teenagers.
I guess you leave sleep for different reasons.
We'll tell you what's happened. I have a daughter too, 16 years old, and a son, 19. So it's different. The worries are different, right?
Yeah.
So what I say is that we work as daddy all those years until they become teenagers, right? Mm-hmm. And when they start to go out, we become Uber drivers because we gotta go drop our kids and pick up in the midnight, to come back home safe. But that's part of process, That's okay.
Yeah. So what's
I understand that. I got a lot of years before that, so hopefully I can.
Oh man! Luckily, you built up some resilience and strength. You're gonna need it, Troy.
The good thing about us, who involved in martial arts, at least, I was watching some videos yesterday, and some guys commenting about this domestic violence.
Oh yeah.
For us who we are fighters, coaches, or doubters. The guys who date or doubters, they know they gotta be really, really nice because they know who they are dating, So we have that little advantage, right?
And his daughter probably, I'm sure, Troy, has a bunch of uncles at that gym.
Oh, yeah.
And dude, like, if you ever seen like Den of Thieves, that movie where like they bring the daughter going out for prom, they bring her into
I know. They bring the guy to the room, right?
Yeah, that's exactly how I'm doing. Oh yeah,
That's great.
She's gonna be protected, sure. So she ain't gotta worry about it.
Right on.
Well, what's next on the table for you as a fighter, as a professional athlete? What's going on next?
I mean, I'm just trying to wait out the storm, like everyone else. Scheduled to fight March 28th, but literally 2 weeks before my fight, we went on lockdown, or like President Trump like closed down the borders and everything, and one of the main countries that was on that first wave of no travel places was Belgium, which is where my fight was gonna be. So it was a little like nerve-wracking, just because like I've been training for 8 weeks already, and then literally 2 weeks before I'm supposed to fight, it just gets postponed or canceled or whatever. So it's just like, you know, like you got those, just you're ready to fight and you're just like itching to fight, especially like 2 weeks out. Like it was just like it just threw a curveball and everything. But now I'm just trying to wait for him out and still training, but just like obviously we can't train as much and can't train with my pad holder or can't spar. So I've just been doing whatever I can to stay sharp and keep my weight down and all that. So
What an emotional roller coaster too, right? Like I mean, right about 2 weeks out from the fight, you're starting to get close to your peak there. You know, all that hard work you put in, and then just down the toilet in one fell swoop. I mean, that's got to be an emotionally draining thing for you.
man, it was super draining. But I mean, it's not like I had never had fights canceled before. So I mean, I've been in this situation. This one is just unprecedented, and I've never been. No one's been here before. So just gotta just stay the course and keep doing what I'm doing.
What's the UFC fighter Smith that somebody broke into his house? Isn't he up by you guys near Minnesota or something? Where does he live?
I don't know where he lives, but I know. Yeah, I've heard of that. I heard that story. I haven't like checked it out or like dug into it too much, but I don't know where he lives.
Did you hear about this, Sergio?
No.
So, I think it's Anthony Smith, isn't that his name? Yeah. So, in the middle of the night, some guy who was obviously like crazy high on drugs or whatever just starts going door to door in his neighborhood and like breaking into people's houses, probably not even knowing where he was.
Oh my God.
Well, he unfortunately broke into Smith's house.
The one he had his worst street fight, right?
Yes.
I heard that. What unfortunately, right? It's like knock your door. Come on, man. I'm here. Beat me up. Really? All right. Are you corona free? Okay. I know. I saw that. But that stuff if something is happens. That crazy people, especially if that let's say box fever, people lock it. Some people start to act like that. Do you saw the video of the guy walking naked and doing headbutts on the car?
No.
Yeah. You saw that, Troy? On the web? It's viral. The guy walking naked in the street and just like he does headbutt on the cars.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, so...
Like some PCP action or something.
Exactly. So, but hopefully everything gonna come back to the normal soon. We gotta be positive. We gotta keep our hope. And I believe soon we're gonna be out of this, and life gonna go on, and everything gonna be fine. Gonna be fine for everybody and health wise, right?
Yeah.
And I hope too. I was watching like 30 minutes ago the knockout of the year. You had that high kick and you knock it out that guy cold. I was wondering if he is still alive.
I'm sure he's still.
Okay, because that kick, man, was like something else,
Yeah, shin deep too. Boy.
The way you kick, and the angle you connect your kick, to watch that knockout, the way you connect your kick, you drop him, he falls sleep on his feet, that cold knockout is like art, I see it this way. I see art, like somebody who really know how to put a good kick, like, I will finish you now, okay? Boom! Done. I'm done. That was a great kick, man.
Of him trying to throw a punch, because like I threw like a straight cross just to put it out there, and then threw the leg up. So then he was about to counter this left hook, and then it was just right there over top. And like as soon as I landed, I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. It's done. It's done.
Let's go home.
Yeah.
Man.
But it was a tournament. That was a tournament night.
Exactly.
I was supposed to fight, and I was supposed to fight again. So I was trying to get him out of there as quick as I can. So I did that in it, and then so the tournament I was supposed to fight Mike Lemaire, but he went through like a 3-round fight with some Omar Moreno, I believe is his name, and And then like after I'm like getting ready to go in the back, I'm like, all right, they're like, are you about to walk out? We're about to announce you. And then like I'm walking towards the ring, and then they're like, hold on, wait. I was like, what? And then I guess Mike Lemire couldn't continue, so I literally won the tournament in a minute. And
Good for you, right? Good for you. I was, I wasn't back of the day. I used to go all the time for K1 in Japan, all these shows, to watch these guys, and that's the Host, Peter X, all those guys, Sam Shield, these wars you're talking about. I was there with a few of my fighters too, like this 3 fights tournament, man.
That's hard.
It's just who was there, just who fought, and just who participated that knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You have it's different. We can't compare this with any another sport. We can't. You do grappling or okay.
Yeah.
The damage these guys have doing punches and kicks.
Yeah.
One fight they need to come back like after 30 minutes, sometimes less than that, to fight your second match and to go to the final at the same night. It is something unreal. I'm glad you won this way. This gave you about more 20 years of life, right?
Probably.
To go through that though, like, because I've watched it happen so many times. I've seen those other people just like, it felt like it was like a rite of passage for me just to get through. Because a lot of people that get into glory, at least back when I was first starting, they were doing those tournaments all the time, like those contender tournaments, those title tournaments. You're fighting once or twice every night. I'm like, all right, this is my time, so I'm about to experience it too. And I knew, like, going in, I'm like, all right, I know I need to get this guy out fast, regardless of what it is. And if I don't, I'll be ready. If I have to go through a war, I'll go through a war. I'm not going to back out from this. So it's just a little disappointing for me that I didn't get the opportunity to actually experience fighting twice in one night.
Listen up. I fought a tournament like that in '92. Trust me, you don't need that. You don't need that. You're good. I fought, man. That was worse, because I beat up in the bracket. I beat up my worst opponent in my first match.
A war?
A war.
That's
Then second match, I have a super strong guy. Then was really even, but I won.
Mm-hmm.
In the final, I took the guy who was opposite sided, the tournament. He's supposed to be my easy fight, but I was already destroyed. My legs was hurt, my hand, I was tired. I lost in this week before the fight. I lost like 8 kilos.
Oh my
I don't have energy. I don't have nothing, and I lost for this feeling is horrible. You lost for a guy you could beat him up.
Yeah.
But because you had 2 wars before, and he has 2, quick fights, he was like 75% good, and I was like 20. But it was this way, the way you're saying, it was this way, the tournaments, I'm just glad, now, athletes, because you guys are special. I don't want to watch a guy like you, do your third match of the night and don't have you 100%. I prefer to watch you 100% tonight, and after a few weeks or a few months, watch you again.
Yeah.
100%, because this is sport, that's what people don't understand. Take too much from you. Maybe you are winning and you give a good and hard kick and you break your foot. And you need to keep fighting, but you cannot kick anymore.
Yeah.
Now you just can box.
Yeah.
How you would fight a 3 fights tournament?
Yeah, and I think I can speak for a lot of people when I say it doesn't matter if you break a bone. You're not going to tell anybody.
Exactly.
My last kickboxing match, I broke my arm in it, and I kept fighting. I ended up winning the fight, but with a broken arm. But I know a lot of guys. I know Sergio. I'm sure you've broken bones or torn stuff.
Yeah, all the time.
Right? How about you, Troy? Have you ever done that?
I've never broken anything, but I've probably broken my foot, of course, but I've never I've split my shin open. I had to get stitches in my shin, but other than that, I haven't really broke anything. So it's just like a work.
Shoulder this month?
Huh?
Didn't you hurt your shoulder at IFMA pretty bad?
No, no, I didn't get any really injuries at IFMA. I had my shin, so IFMA the first time I did it, I had 2 knockouts. So 2 of those fights were quick, and then one was not. Or two of the other two was like just regular
Well,
2 round fights. But I never really had to deal with a lot of like injury adversity in my fights, like other than like the normal banged up shins or smacking your foot on someone's knee.
See, Troy's a special athlete. It's the other guys that got the broken bones when
Exactly.
they fight this
Yeah.
guy. So I guess you can't relate with us.
Yeah, hey, Troy, talking about to be a special guy. Talking about that to be a special guy. We are in those days now. We are used to watch MMA guys knocking out people. Dropping guys with a jab, with small gloves.
Didn't you drop that guy with a jab?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Difference for you drop a guy with a boxing glove
Yeah.
by a jab. What's that secret? A lot of guys are asking me, when we talk about that. Small gloves, okay. I can understand that.
Yeah.
But the boxing glove, you drop a guy with a jab, and I watch it. I want to make sure I watch it. 3, 4 times. He wasn't walking forward. You connect that jab and drop him. Was a hard jab. It's something you do like we normal human beings need to start to do.
It's timing, really. Like, cause it's timing and how you're turning your fist over, and like like jumped into it too, and he was starting to like, I saw like his demeanor like to attack. So as soon as I seen that, I'm coming in with my jab, and it might not seem like he was walking forward into it, but he was moving forward, and then I just caught him. Right, it's like accuracy too. You got to get it right in the right spots too. I just caught him like straight on the chin as I'm coming forward. Like I leapt into it, and then like he was throwing his jab as well. So it was just like we met right at the perfect time.
Awesome.
Working that explosion too. I'm an explosive type of fighter. I used to play football, so I've been doing explosive training my whole life. So that probably helps as well.
So Troy, I saw you train. The first time I met you was at a Team USA training camp, and I got to tell you, everybody out there, Troy is a freak of nature athlete, like just an amazing athlete. So on top of being a great martial artist, he's a freak athlete. So very
He just
dangerous.
mentioned he did football.
Yeah.
So he built some athleticism already, right?
Right. So even in football, you were a standout player as well, right?
Yeah, I was all conference, all American. I went junior college my first 2 years, so I won like a national championship my junior college. I was in my school in Minnesota State were like in the top 10 for football. Yeah, so I've always done my thing on the football field, and that was always my love. But hey, I love fighting now.
I feel you, man. And where are you doing most of your training right now?
I train at the Minnesota Martial Arts Academy, and I do my strength and conditioning at Game Face Training, which is both literally a mile radius within my house. So
Oh, good for
I
you.
just this way, come back home, up the street that way.
That's cool.
So maybe you know some guys there, probably Mike Richman, Nick Kirk. I don't know if they stay there with Greg. Used to have another kid, Zach Juicela. Yeah,
He was gone.
to Vegas, right? He moved to Vegas, right?
Vegas, when I first started. So Mark Richmond was here. Kirk was here. We had Melvin. He was like Ben Smith. He was like the RFA title holder for the welterweights. We got who's that? The Reaper, the Grim Reaper, Brett Rogers was here.
Brett.
Oh God, he's the huge guy, right?
Yeah, I coach him.
Yeah.
I coach him. I coach all those guys. When I lived there. I lived in Minnesota 5 years. I had a Minnesota Fight Factory Academy. Then I coach all those guys there, Marcus Lavasser, all those guys, but more for MMA. But Greg is a good friend, Greg is a good friend. And his school definitely is not just the best school of Minnesota, but is one of the best martial arts schools of the world. And just a little thing for who don't know about Greg Nelson, the guy who owned the academy he trained, he beat up cancer twice.
He's a tough dude.
He's a survivor, and he's a gentleman.
Yeah.
You guys are so blessed to have him there. For he never left. He always was there. Loyal
Yep.
for his players, for his students on his academy. So this guy, he helped it. I don't know how many people this guy helped in his way, in his life, with martial arts. I'm just glad to know you there. You are in very, very good hands there, with good people, with good people.
I hear him talk like every day. So like, and like anything that I could complain about, he's like, "Well, is it cancer?" I'm like, "Yeah, no."
No, don't kill you. No,
Good training. Get on the back.
I never like let him any complaints because he's just gonna give you something like, "Well, it's not this, so you can still do it." So I'm like, "All right, well, you put that in your head, and you can literally do anything. You can push through anything." And he's so knowledgeable about just about fighting in general. Like I can talk to him about anything, any concepts, any way to set up anything, whether it be Muay Thai, kickboxing, boxing, Jeet Kune Do, Jiu-Jitsu. It doesn't matter. He's that type of person that he just knows. He knows a lot of information, so he can just give it to you. And then also like all the other coaches too, like they've been with him for so long, probably since like the beginning of like 1997 or whatever. And it's just a great place to be a part of. And a lot of people are in and out of there, but most of the fighters, they tend to stay. And we just keep growing together, and it's fun.
Very cool.
This is great, right?
Yeah, very
So what you do in your free time, what you like to do? When I was there in the winter, I like snowmobile. That's what I like to do. Snowboard or snowmobile. What do you like? What do you do? You are free. You don't have a fight schedule. You don't have nothing. You're free. What you like to do? Besides be with your daughter, of course, now.
I like playing video games. I mean, I like snowboarding too. I like hanging out with my boys back around like barbecuing and in the summertime. Definitely in the summertime, you like to barbecue, go on a lake, get like rent a pontoon boat or something. I've been recently trying to work on like playing some guitar. So
That's cool, right?
Hey man, I play drums, Troy. Yeah, man, I toured up and down the East Coast for like 10 years.
I don't play nothing, but I can sing. So if everything go wrong, we have a guitar player, a drums player, and a singer. You gotta find a bass guy now. If everything go wrong, right?
I know like 2 or 3 strings, and I'm just like I'm a novice.
It's all good, man.
I'm always in the gym. And that's the thing, like, because I started so late that I had to put in so much work just so I can catch up. And I started at 25. I'm 31 now, so it's like 6 years. So I've just been in the gym nonstop for this last 6 years. And I'm finally, like, in a position where I'm like, all right, I'm like one of the best in the world. So I don't want to lose that. So that's all I do. In the gym, I'm training 2-3 times a day. If I'm not in the camp, I'm training twice a day. If I'm in camp, it's 3-4 times a day. So outside of that, I can try to go out with my wife and like go to a couple restaurants and hang out with some friends. But other than that, it's not.
Yeah, this is good for you and very bad for opponents. Because this is exactly the type of life, in my view, I think you agree to, is a good for athlete. You spend your time with your family. You're not doing nothing to consume your energy.
Yeah.
You saving that energy to train. And you know what you're gonna have, Troy? You're gonna have this. This is gonna be a good way in those new days. Thanks God, you're gonna have a good future for you, for your family. Now, if we remember, if we talk about 10 years ago, any kickboxing or contact sports, with boxing gloves besides MMA, don't have a good paycheck. Now it's start to get better.
Yeah.
For the ones like you, in that position, good fighters, worldwide recognized, this can give you some peace of mind when you can bring, your paycheck home and take care of your family. And this is what we all deserve. But guys like guys, look how you doing. It's a sacrifice. It's not easy.
Yeah.
All the distractions and everything. But okay, I gotta do this way, and this is my chance. I don't want to lose it. This is good for you, man.
Lifestyle, live it. And if you're not living it, then you're doing it wrong. So, and this especially for me, like a lot of people in America, of course, because we have so many other sports, they start late with this stuff. So if you're not doing it like a Thai starting at age 5, then you're behind the curve. And then if you're doing all this other extracurricular activities, then you're not really going to be able to reach your maximum potential. So I just knew, especially me coming from another sport, like I knew, and then me wanting to be a professional in that sport and knowing like, all right, knowing that I worked hard, but I'm like, did I sacrifice everything to get for it? I know I can honestly tell myself that I didn't. So now moving into another sport, I know what I did wrong. So now it's about doing everything that I can do to make sure that doesn't happen again. And I mean, obviously, the proof is in the pudding now that I made the right sacrifices. I put the time in, and it's showing.
Very cool. Very cool.
Cool.
I almost forgot something.
I got a surprise for you, Troy, so hang tight. White or black?
Black.
All right, my friend. We're going to send you a brand new pair of double jab Muay Thai shin gear and the Muay Thai gloves.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. Also, on top of that, we just are starting our new little partnership with Impact mouth guards. So after this podcast, we're going to get together and you're going to get a free Impact mouth guard. How's that sound? Cool, man. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. So, yeah, these are sparring gloves, and these are made specifically for Muay Thai. So check this out. The opening on the hand here is a little bit more open so you can clinch easier. There's extra padding along the wrist. There's more padding down the forearm to catch kicks. And the strap is recessed so it doesn't come off during the clinch. Pretty cool, man. Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right, guys. Well, that's our time today. Thank you so much, Troy. Pleasure having you on here, and we'll see you guys again on the next episode.